That's how I approached Jesus for a long time. I had God was really mad, sort of a thunderbolt God, and he was ticked off at me. And by God, why wouldn't he be? You know, I could find enough stuff to go, yeah, I'd probably be pretty mad too if somebody I put down here to do better than that was doing this kind of foolishness. And you go, yeah, you should probably be mad at me, God. Oh, that's the way it is. But then I kind of had kind Jesus, you know, Jesus who hung out at the right hand of the Father for a really good reason, so that he could be my lawyer and go before the Lord and go, Dad, I know you're mad at Paul. Look, I get it. But Paul's been praying. He asked me to forgive him, so I forgive that sin. And so now we can receive Paul. And I didn't even know for a long time that what I really did was create two gods. There's the God that has a fist, that's pretty much always a fist, and it's smash mode. And then there's the nail-scarred hand, which is open. Closed fist, boom, boom, boom. Open, look at my nail-scarred hands, that's forgiveness. And it never closes, and he's always kind, and he's always reaching down and picking me up. Now, you might say, well, that kind of helps me understand the gospel. No, it's a horrible rendition of God. It doesn't help you understand anything. What it does at the end game is confuse you about why God is one way, and then comes Jesus and God's another way. So here's a better landing spot. We were never right about this side of God. Jesus doesn't come to show you that God has changed. Jesus comes to show you you should change about God. Jesus comes to say, I've been using this lately because it just really says something to me. I think Jesus is God saying to man, let me explain myself. Here's what you guys think of me. Let me explain myself. Watch how I do it. And that's why Jesus says, come unto me, all you that labor heavy laden. I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. I like how the Message says this. Watch me, learn how I do it. That's Jesus saying, watch what would happen if God walked this out. Just keep your eyes on me. Watch what happens if God walks this out. Well, in the face of Christ, we get to see the glory of God. Now, why am I bringing all of that up? Because this was where we started tonight. Beloved, let's love one another. Love is of God. Everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. He who doesn't love doesn't know God. God is love. Can you prove that to me without Jesus? No. But you can't prove anything otherwise than that with Jesus. Because when you look at Jesus, you go, man, if Jesus really is God, he really is the Father, man, God's love. God isn't reluctant. God cares more than I've given him credit for. And all my other God is definitions are wrong. Okay, put those back together. What's an early mountain top? It's more of a bump. I am what I am. It's kind of way down here in the fog now. Because there's these two big mountain peaks in 1 John 4 that go, God is love. I am what I am. Well, what are you? Oh, what do you think I am? Well, I think you're mad. I think you're angry at me. I think sometimes you'll abandon me if I don't do right. I think you're, what? I don't know. What do you think of God? And then, God is love. God is love. How do you prove it? Jesus. If you want to see the face of God, take a look at Jesus. So the one that doesn't love doesn't know God. God is love. In this, verse 9, this is our next verse in sequence. In this, the love of God was manifested toward us. God has sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him.